Millions watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Make him work. When you get close, he can't fucking fight in the inside. Trust me. How long you been trusting me? Get close to him and just keep poking. When I say penitentiary, put that knife in him. Put him in him.
I belong with this. Yeah. And I understand that this shit wasn't easy, but nigga, we did it. Yeah, yeah. And all them hoes and all them niggas that wasn't fucking with us, now we them niggas. And now we rich now. We got money. I don't give a shit, no. And we did it. Young nigga come up from nothing, now he getting to them riches. And it's the life of a young, rich nigga.
Separate yourself.
Yeah, I ain't playing with your ass. Nigga, I ain't playing with your ass. You chasing greatness. You got greatness talking to you. Become great. Non-stop. Keep the pace.
I'm down.
Yo. What's going on out there? Y'all already know who it is. It's your boys, the Rize Podcast, with your boy, Coach Squeeze, a.k.a. the Smoothie King, right back at y'all with another one. How y'all doing? Hope y'all had a blessed week, and hope that everybody had a safe and blessed week. May God continue to bless y'all and y'all families, and let's keep living our lives to the fullest. And be humble and thankful along the way. If you can't pick nobody's spirits up, then there's no need to you to interfere with nobody else is going through. Everybody got their own thing they going through. But we here. It's Friday on the Rize Podcast. All right, y'all. Y'all know what we do over here. Let's get the sponsors out of the way so we can get this party started. 5-time world champ, 4 different weight classes. First ballot Hall of Fame of Baltimore's own GTD Promotions. Redesigning mind, one mind at a time. We know a mind is a terrible thing to waste. Shout out to www.kenichibed.com. Use code TRP. You'll get 15% off. Also, shout out to www.kenichibed.com. Use the code TRP. You'll get 15% off. Also, shout out to www.narslipgallery.org. Go over to Damari's page. Support him and his merch. He's an artist in and out of the ring. Shout out to www.miakillab.com. Go over to her page, support her and her boxing journey. Shout out to Richie Baby for the intros and the edits. R.I.P. to John Boy. R.I.P. to Miss Tanya Vandross Williams Jr. Shout out the Bad Girls Promotion featuring Miss Nikki, a.k.a. Miss Olivia Pope. EOE, Education Over Everything, My Brother Movement. Just Do Boxing, Hardcore Boxing News. Stretched Out Boxing, Aunt McQueen Boxing. Miss Melody Queen, Miss Yaya, Miss Mona. Don't forget, Under Armour, thanks for all that you do. Don't forget to come down to 1901 Pennsylvania Avenue. Get your Sherry's Essentials 12 rolls for $7. Shout out to Richie Threads, AO Clothing Line, Pro Soul Boxing Gear, and Clothing Line, Richie Threads. And don't forget to get your merch on the RisePodcast.com and use the code and you'll get 10% off on that. And last but not least, Official Gear Boxing. All the fighters wearing it. Y'all can say it with me in the chat on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Box raw. All right, y'all. Let's bring her in. Y'all already know who she is. She a promoter. Put her hat in the promoter game. She's a mother. She's a devoted follower of boxing, and she just loves Upton Boxing Gym. She been coming there for years, over 10, 15 years. Always a pleasure. Y'all already know who she is. If y'all been watching this show, the one, the only, the lovely Miss Lori in the building.
Hey y'all. Hope everybody's doing well. How you doing, Squeeze? Squeeze.
Miss Lori.
Can you hear me?
Now I can.
Okay. How you doing?
My computer got a little delay.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why it does that. It gets on my nerves. I got another computer. I'm going to have to try to set that up that Miss Yaya gave me.
Okay.
I got to set it up, though. She gave me a computer. Like, I had it over a year. I ain't used it yet.
Y'all got to excuse me. I'm sitting in my bedroom now. I don't have no kids. Thank you, God. For the weekend.
You don't have no kids?
Not for the weekend. I got my oldest two. You know what I mean? They leave me alone.
Yeah.
You know.
Damn, I would have slid.
22-year-old.
I would have slid in your DM if I knew that. Let me leave Miss Lori alone. How you feeling?
I'm good, Squeeze. I'm doing real good. Yeah.
That's good. We're going to be talking
God
about.
is good, that's for sure.
How was your day?
It was good. I mean, I did a lot of running around today.
Yes.
And got a lot of stuff accomplished. So it was good. I've been writing out contracts, getting them out for the June card we're getting ready to have at the Tapsco Arena on June 27th. I've been sending contracts for the past couple of days. We already almost got this card loaded, and it's not until June yet.
Oh, dang.
I've been making my tail off.
You always gotta nothing's guaranteed in boxing.
Yeah.
That's the only thing about boxing. People get hurt the day before, or they get sick on the scale. It's a iffy proposition.
Well, in the state of Maryland, if stuff like that happens, because the promoter puts so much money into these fights, that they suspend that fighter indefinitely until they can make up the money so the promoter can recoup his money that he lost by that. In the state of Maryland, we've already suspended 2 people from the last event.
When they signed the contract.
After they signed the contract, they're not supposed to take no other fights until that contract is done. Now, but this one is in June. You can't fight for 61 days prior to June 27th. Now, other ones, if you match them close to the date, that's just a given. Don't take any fights until you fight here. But if they get hurt or something like that, that's on them. And then they got to pay the promoter. not me. They have to pay the promoter. Well, they would have to pay my fee, the promoter's fee. The other opponent, you know, he was in camp. The A side, they were in camp, and I think they might have to pay a percentage of that. It all depends on what the promoter does. It all depends on how the promoter works. Yeah, this one's pretty lenient, but no, he's gonna get his money back that he invested out.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah. So in Richard Hitchison case, you think that happened because they put all that money up and
I don't
he got
know.
sick? He said he got sick on the scale or whatever the reason was last minute, the day of.
Well, you know, they're in a that was on a bigger card than what I'm matching on this one. Do you understand what I'm saying? So he was with a what promotional company was that fight? Was that Turkey
Matchroom or something?
Al-Sheikh?
Or Turkey?
I think it might have been Turkey Al-Sheikh. But I know Oscar De La Hoya was saying that he wants to see a doctor's note. So Oscar De La Hoya can very well, if he don't prove that's why he didn't fight, he could very well do the same thing. If that state allows that. If that state allows it. I know Maryland is very strict. So any of you fighters that want to come to Maryland and, you know, and then you pull out at the last minute, you won't be fighting no time soon until you pay, pay back whatever the promoter is in the DMV area. That you're fighting, just know that before you sign that contract, know you coming to fight.
Do that be explained to them?
Oh yeah, I explain it to them. I definitely explain it to them, and I put it in the contract that they are not to take no other fights prior to this contract. Now, this fight here, because I'm matching them so early, I've been putting down 61 days. They can't fight 61 days prior to this fight. So because if let's say they took a fight and they got suspended for 3 days for a loss, right? That they could still fight on the card. So that's why we say 61 days.
Yeah. Suppose they get sick and have a note.
I'm sure that they would work out something with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm sure they'll work out.
The stuff comes up.
Yeah. I'm sure that they would work out something with them. But we just had people say, "Oh no, I'm mad at my coach," and are you going to send a? I said, "Well, we're going to have to suspend you then, sir. You don't sign the contract." And I had this little boy, I'll say his name, Aiden Krieger. And he was supposed to fight Daryl Bagley. And he said he got PO'd at his coach and said he wasn't coming. I said, look, you got to come or you won't be fighting again until you pay back all the money that was invested in this fight. And he didn't believe me. So I sent him the screenshot of his box rec that is suspended indefinitely until he gets into contact with the promoter. And people do stuff like that. Then people get scared. They get scared. You just have to and then you just have to talk to them. You know what I mean? I've saved a couple fights that way. Just talking to them. You got to believe in yourself. Before you sign that contract, you got to believe in yourself. And they have no excuse. They got a good camp from now until June. There's no excuse why they don't come in there and give us at least, let's say a 4-round fight. At least give us a 3-round. If at least fight the 3 rounds, if not the 4. Yeah. So they have a long camp. They'll be able to take care of. I think they'll be fine. The fighters that we got on this card, yeah, we got one of Upton's fighters on there. We got Manye Twin. We got Twin on there.
Good.
Yeah, so I'm working on his opponent now. I done sent some stuff over to him. Him and his team were supposed to take a look at it. Coach Kenny approved it. He liked the fighter, and so now the young man's going back to his team, and they're going to talk about it. And he said he'll let me know something tomorrow. But I don't wait. If anyone else, if you're 160 out there, hit my inbox, send me your box rec if you're a fighter. If you know of any 160s that wants to fight June 27th, just hit me up in my inbox. Lori Reed on Facebook, Lori_Reed 7280 on Instagram.
Plug. Say it again.
You can even pull me up on BoxRec by my name, and it has my phone number on there. I'm listed on BoxRec as a matchmaker.
Okay. So you rolling with the big dogs.
Yeah. And I'm working with Mr. Greg out of Pennsylvania. I'm trying to help him.
So that only could mean one thing.
What's that?
Our first date, you can afford to pay for it.
I can afford to pay. Look, Squeeze, I can afford to pay for it right now.
Oh, I'm going to get on the pole.
I was just sitting there counting money before I logged on.
This Lloyd flexing on. We talking about who is the best active fighter right now. What matchup do you really want in 2026?
I'm going to say,
who is the best active fighter right now?
Shakur Stevenson.
Okay.
And Devin Haney. I got to get, even though I don't, yeah. Devin and Shakur are the most active, I think, right now.
I said, Shakur, Devin, and Abdullah Mason.
Oh, he's some kind of special, isn't he?
Yeah, and Abdullah Mason.
I like Abdullah Mason. I like him. But when my guy comes back, I ain't mentioning his name. Everybody knows my grandson. When he comes back in the picture, yeah, it's on and popping. Yeah, he's gonna line him up and knock him down. And I'm serious. I'm laughing, but I'm just as serious as a heart attack.
Yes. Yeah, who I think is the most active fighter right now. Who is right now the biggest name in boxing right now that's active?
I'm going to have to say Shakur.
Yeah, I agree.
Not to say Shakur.
I agree.
Shakur is really, really growing into himself.
Yeah, a lot of people try to. I just think that people just, and it's not everybody. You're not going to please everybody regardless of what you do. It's unrealistic, even when it comes down to your own kids and family. Right. That's just really how it is, realistically wise. But if we talking X's and O's and we sticking to performance and that only, I would have to say Shakur.
Fact.
Whether you like him, his style or not, or people holler, I don't like him and don't know nothing about a person, you ain't lived with them or been around them. They make these assessments on what they see. And to be honest, I like the way Shakur move in and out of the ring. and he a fighter, you know. Very well spoken, very articulate. You don't see him trying to be too flashy. He's very frugal with his money. You don't see him with 30 big rope chains,
Right.
around his neck. That I ain't gonna lie. I'm just sick and tired of seeing mainly my people that look like me, because I don't believe in black and white. I just believe in humanity. Every time they get some money, they gotta have these real big dookie chains, 35 chains on, and I think it looks stupid. Get
Mm-hmm.
like Shakur and Clarissa Shields, they got one chain that they wear everywhere they go, and they got their emblem on it. Shakur Stevenson SS,
Mm-hmm.
the GOAT on Clarissa's. You
Mm-hmm.
don't see. You only can look at one chain at a time. They
Right.
have on 25, 30 chains, so it looks nasty.
Now
You
Clarissa
know,
be wearing her win record chain too.
it looks nasty.
Mm-hmm.
I would have me one nice little. See what I got on? Can you see it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You see what I got on?
Right.
It's
Right.
a accent piece that goes over. You know,
Yeah.
it can go over my polos, my tees. You know, that's cool. I might get a little piece for it. And that's it. You
Right.
only looking at one chain,
That's right.
you
You're right.
know, you only can look at one of them. So,
Is
I
that my
can't see
guy?
it, Squeeze. I can't see it.
I don't know. He said he had to work.
I can't see it.
He said he can't see your chain.
See, that's the whole thing.
Now, what's going on? I just jumping on. What's going on, Miss Lloyd? What's going on, Squeeze? I'm just jumping on real quick. I'm at work.
Hey,
Oh, okay.
senior, you
I'm at
don't
work.
work too hard.
Man,
If he say he can't see my chain, that's a good thing. That mean I keep it. Cause once you let niggas know you got a big chain, it's coming off of your neck. Yeah, you already know that. So I'm glad he can't see it. That's a good sign. I get to keep it.
no, you are. I'm just jumping in, telling everybody what's up. You know what I mean? Tell y'all what's up. Glad to see you, Miss Lloyd. Looking
Thank you,
good.
darling.
Welcome back to the podcast.
Thank you. I was here Wednesday.
Glad you feeling. I seen you. Glad you feeling better, Squeeze.
Thanks, champ. She was on here Wednesday.
I
Yup.
know. I seen her. I seen her.
Yup, she
Yeah.
was on here Wednesday.
I just ain't get to holler at her.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to go over and holler at her for you.
Look,
Ooh,
Squeeze was saying something about some money,
I,
right?
I see she at the hotel already waiting on you.
I know.
Ah.
That
Look,
backdrop
I
look.
told Squeeze that's a squeeze. I don't have to wait for no money. I got it right here.
Oh,
Look,
I was sitting there counting.
I
I said,
told her I'm going
okay.
to come over there and strip for her.
I'm going to go get the pole. I got a pole downstairs.
Yeah, get some ones.
mm, mm. Y'all crazy.
Oh, Lord. Lord, Lord, Lord.
Check it here.
Y'all are crazy. How many people we got in the chat? Because, I can't see.
We got a nice little bit. Stretched out
Okay.
boxing. Tawu Akma Kabutu, Miss Melody Queen. Mike Rhyme 6084. Boxing Professor. Stretched out boxing. Lewis PO 9ZW. Queen Keisha K8G. Let me
Wait a
see.
minute.
Let
Let me
me
lock
see
my door.
who else I got. William Scroggins 2758 LW723. That came out the other day too. That's 723.
Yeah, I missed it because I played 728.
Yeah.
I missed it by one number.
Who else we got? Yeah, smash that like button, y'all, on the way in, and hit subscribe button if you haven't subscribed. Yeah. What fight you really want to see in 2026?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
I want to see Tank and Shakur.
Yeah.
Or I want to see Tank and Lamont Roach Part 2.
Yeah. Either one will be
I
all
just
right
want to
with
see
me.
Tank and anybody. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
just want to see Tank. Period. Tank can stand in the ring by itself. I don't get to.
Yeah.
You know, I love me some Tank. I don't care what anybody says. He can right or wrong or indifferent. That's my grandson, and I love
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm always gonna be. I don't. He can stand in that ring and just look around, saying, "Hey, y'all, hey."
Yeah.
I catch y'all later. I'm going back to work.
Go
All
to
right,
work,
champ.
Senior.
Be
Make that
safe.
money.
All right.
Yeah,
Senior's
Miss
so
Lloyd.
funny.
I feel the same way. About Tank. I don't give a damn who he fight. I just like to see him fight and be in there. I really don't care who he fight.
Right.
But I would definitely like to see him and Shakur, man.
Yeah.
That's the biggest fight in boxing to be made. Tank and
Yeah.
Shakur.
I think maybe, and this is my opinion. So, Tank, if you're listening, this is just your grandmother's opinion. So just listen to me, okay? I would like for him to go back and put the naysayers to rest and finish Roach. He already beat Pitbull with one hand, but that still would be an exciting fight to watch with two hands. You know what I mean? And then while Shakur is fighting Devin, the winner of that, hopefully it'll be Shakur. Then he go fight Shakur, then he finishes up with Devin, and then boom. That would be my dream. You know, right there in a row. You know, but I wouldn't care. Like I said, I wouldn't care if he got in the ring with me and fought. I just want to see.
Yeah.
I miss my baby. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
I just miss my baby. That's all.
Yeah. You know, it's just that to keep it a buck. It's being a fighter leading up to the fights. You're gonna be nervous. You're going to definitely want to be successful so you can make money and take care of your family. So you gotta be prepared. I got at the gym early today. I got to see some spawn, professional spawn and amateurs. It was a bloody sequence, but it was good to see. It was nice to see.
Was my other grandson there today, Jahan?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's my baby. He'll tell me, "Hey, Nana." As soon as I walk in there, "Hey, Nana." I say,
So,
"Hey, baby."
they was spawning there, some good spawn. It was a little bloody.
Was Truck there?
No.
He wasn't there today?
No, he wasn't there. And I was able to see up close the art of the sport and the way people think and how they fight different styles. Yeah.
Right.
So, you know, the shorter fighter was fighting the tall fighter with a long reach. He had to be patient and take what the defense give him. And the short fighter had to make adjustments. It was beautiful to see the sport. And that's what I miss about Tank.
Yeah. That's all right. We like me and you. We are all of us. Everybody needs a break from life. I take a break all the time from life. Life just be lifing. So this was just his little break from life right now. You know what I mean? And he's gonna come back better than ever. Better than ever. And people just don't realize it. People just, you got the Tank haters and the Devin Haney.
A refresher.
Yeah, so very
A
good.
refresh.
That's a good word.
It's a reset, a refresher. I just look at when I wake up and I get up, wake up. I thank God first of all. I pray for my family, the podcast. Before my feet hit the floor, I pray that God bless me to wake up one more time. But I know it has to be something better than this world that I'm living in now. The unknown to me in the flesh, but in God's eyes, he setting a place for each and every one gonna have a place to set.
That's right.
That's why we were created. But I thank him for food in my stomach, being able to move around transportation, pray myself through it, because these people out here is ridiculous. The way they driving, evil, lurking around every corner, crime, poverty as I ride through some neighborhoods and I look at the trash and people walking around looking like zombies, strung out on man-made drugs that's administered to them. That's why I do what I do at the boxing program, because I had my stint with that life of drugs, abusing myself.
Yeah.
And, God saved me. He brought me out of it. That's, I always believed in Christ, but that dark moment in my life, God let me call out on him, and I let him back in, and that's when my world opened back up, and and he say, I told you so. That
Right.
believe in me, call on me. And you talk about dark times and rough times. I've seen them. I know what they are. And they are reminders that God let me remind myself of them so that I keep moving in the direction mentally that I don't go back and revisit them.
Right.
And I
Right.
felt as though that I had to share that with everybody because I'm not ashamed of my path that I got here. I wish it could have been different, but that's how it went for me. And
Sometimes God uses that.
yeah, but when we stray away from God, we
No, I
open.
was saying that he used your what you were saying that you went through so you can help other people. And that's what you do.
Yeah.
Because of what you went through, you don't know how many other people that you have helped. Not
I'm
even knowing it.
I'm
Because they look at
56.
you now.
I'm
I would have never
56
thought.
years old. And when I accepted God back into my life on a 24-hour basis, 7 days a week. And I remember crying out to him and say, God, I'm done. I'm tired.
Right.
And he said, that's all I wanted to hear you say. And I walked from Park Heights all the way down to North Avenue in the middle of the night and went to a program in New York. The next morning, I woke up in Rochester, New York, from on the sidewalk, hungry, cold, nothing to eat, bewildered, beat down, ashamed, guilt. But the whole time, God was talking to me, and he said, you gonna make it.
Right. And you did.
You gonna make it because I feel your surrender. He said, come to me like a baby, and you'll be reborn again. And I said, God, how can I come to you like a baby? And I'm in my 20s. He said, you my baby.
Oh, wow.
He said, you my baby. You my son.
That's a testimony.
And I didn't look back. Didn't look back. And I share that because a lot of fighters my story is tied in the boxing, so I don't want people to think I'm straying from the reason why I shared my testimony and affiliating with boxing. Every time I get up in the morning, I'm putting my gloves on and I'm fighting society and I'm fighting evil. My promoter is Christ. That's my promoter. He picked my fights and he say, your fight's gonna be, you're not gonna see them, son. He say they just gonna come. He say, I'm your promoter. He said, but guess what? Your faith is what's gonna guide you through these fights.
Wow. Well, that was a good breakdown.
Yep. And I see, God, I'm a champion in you. So these fighters go do a lot of mental things. That's why I shared that. And we gotta give them a little grace sometimes.
Absolutely.
And we know stupidity can be stupidity when we see it, but they still in the flesh. They still human beings.
That's right.
We just gotta cheer them on, pray for them, and hope for the best for them, that they accept Christ into their lives and live, live. So that's why I try to be respectful on when I talk about some fighters.
Right. Exactly. I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
Yep, and you know, and you can put Keyshawn in there. Keyshawn realized he made a big mistake,
Yeah,
and he turned to God and asked God to help him turn it around. The mistake he made in Norfolk, in his hometown, he made a mistake.
yeah,
You know, it almost cost him his career, but God turned it around for him. And when he walked out to a Christian song, I said, wow. And then that reminds me of Krishan and her fight getting ready to happen on April 25th in Chester, Pennsylvania. Shout out to X Rumble. And I want to give a shout out to Sky Miles Promotion, who is a big part of Upton Gym. Very big part. Works very close with Calvin and Coach Calvin, Kenny, and the rest of the coaches there. They got some things coming. So, but I respected him for that, and that he came out to a really good song, and he got in that ring and did what he was supposed to do. Now I see him on the internet joking around and playing and stuff like that, and I like that. I like when fighters can turn something negative into a positive, and it works for them in the ring.
yeah. It's boxing is, Miss Lori, I do miss Friday night fights, Wednesday night pro box. I remember pro box used to come on during the week, showcasing the new up and coming talent. And 2 years later, or a year later, or so forth, they would make it to Showtime or HBO.
Right.
And their pedigree came from the smaller boxing networks that put these fighters on. I miss it. It used to have like eight fights, 9 fights, Tuesday night, Wednesday night fights. I'm like, what the hell is fights on during the week? And I would turn
But
on
Pro Box is on tonight.
and see some uh great boxing. You
Yeah.
know, I see some great boxing. And I miss that avenue of talent, that pool, I would say, in other words, of talent.
Right. Right.
First of all, I just like to take this time out to thank my Lord for touching my life, and I'm still growing. I never think I have this thing called life. Life is undefeated, is way bigger than I would ever think or imagine of being. And I wasn't put here for that. God allowed me to come here to leave a legacy that when I leave, the people who choose to speak of me gonna give their recollection of me and what I gave to them. And that's what living looks like. I
Right.
try to live each and every day, and I just don't mean walking around in the flesh. Living is trying to give, be the best person I can, bring smiles to people, bring some joy, and try to achieve things that I can enjoy while I'm here. You know, you can't take it with you.
You sure
And
can.
if God allow you to have a future, that you are setting plans for it, you know.
Right.
But I just wish the best for all the boxers that's out there, their health, that they're getting the support that they need to have, that their training goes great, that they don't put the wrong people around them to use them. And I just want people to, I get happy when I see people achieve things that they work hard for.
Right.
Brings
Yes.
me a sense of joy. Because it just gives me motivation to keep pushing and shooting for the stars.
Right.
So,
Right.
yeah, that's how I look at it. But somebody say Friday night is on right now.
I just said that. Pro Box is on right now.
What channel was on?
It's on. It was on my phone. On YouTube. Just go to YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Pro Box is on right now. Yes,
Yeah.
indeed. Because I was watching it. That's why time got called away. Caught. That's why I logged on a little bit later. I'm like, oh shoot, it's past 9. Because I was watching the fights, and I was just streaming it to the TV. And I had to take it off the TV and get in, and to get on here. But yeah, Squeeze, and a fighter out of Upton that I can't wait to see back in the ring is Damari and Time Machine. I can't wait to see them back in the ring again. I can't wait. I mean, they had their a good run at the very end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
In 2025, I matched them up in 2025, end of the year. I got Time Machine 2 fights, and I think it was 2 fights here. I know it was his pro debut, but I think I got him another one. I think. I'm not sure. Is Time Machine 1-0 or 2-0? I've met so many doggone fighters from all around. You just don't know. People hit me up. Lori, I got a fight in Los Angeles. I need this, and it's fun to me. It keeps your mind occupied, and makes you not think about life, the negative things.
Yeah.
I think boxing is a good outlet for
Yeah.
people.
I grew up off it. When my
Yeah.
father was living, Smoothie King, right back at you with another one. Tawu Apakabutu 9519. Been a member for 26 months.
Thank you.
Yeah, when my dad was living, he got me into boxing, Wild World of Sports, when Ali, Frazier, Sugar Ray, Roberto Duran, Ern Pryor, Alexis Aguayo, Jerry Cooney, the list goes on. The Spinks brothers, the list goes on. I grew up, and my dad, I used to sit in there and watch him with him. And I lost my dad at he was 54 years old.
Oh,
And he
wow.
passed on Christmas Eve.
Mm.
And I can't remember what year, but it's been
He was young.
it's been, my dad been deceased over 30 years, because my son 27, he didn't get to see my father. And he 27, so my dad been deceased probably almost 35 years, probably. Yeah, for my mom, she been deceased she passed when she was 59.
Okay. Okay. Wow. That's very young for both of them.
That's why I find time to laugh and smile and
we have a good time together when we together, Squeeze.
yeah,
Me and you be talking up a storm, boy.
yeah. That's why I try to. They taught me and installed strength to be strong. They didn't pacify me. I always worked from the age of paper route at 12, 13, worked my first job, 15 years old, and always found my own way. I always made my own money. You know, I didn't beg my parents because I know they didn't really have it like that.
Right.
And I was happy about them keeping a roof over my head, food in my stomach. I was able to go to school. I was able to be a normal child. And
right.
I thank them for that. The discipline that was instilled. It's all valuable, their teachings and their guidance. What made me who I am today. My parents, even though I wish they was still around, it feels empty.
Well, they would be proud of you. They would be proud of the man that you have become.
It feels empty. My life sometimes not having them around, but it's not the same. It's not the same. But I let them shine through me. I am a part of them. And when I see my grandkids, I let them meet their grandfather and grandmother through me.
Yeah.
Because their personalities, I have both of their personalities, which is crazy. You know, the loving side of my mom.
Yeah.
And the disciplinary and aggression side of my dad.
Right. I never thought of it like that. Okay.
Yeah. I'm not one-sided. I got both of them in me. Yeah. Smoothie King, right back at you with another one. Tabu Apukabutu, thanks for the color in the chat. And the support. Yeah, Miss Lloyd. I try to just guide the kids and teach them.
Well, you're doing a good job with your girls.
Yeah. And love, I had one of the parents. She's something else. Me and I was talking yesterday, and she say, "You gonna like this, Miss Lloyd. You gonna be pumped." She said, "We gonna start taking the girls to some of the tournaments, some of the fights, and we'll rent an Airbnb. We'll get an Airbnb, and we gonna start taking some of them to some of these fights and traveling.
Oh, wow.
To see the fights, and while we out have something put together so they could go to museums, the zoos, wherever we at." And I told the mother, I said, I had a dream about doing that, getting a bus, and we all just get on the bus, hit the road, just my girls. And they had their parents. Yeah.
Grab a Sprinter van. Yep.
Yeah. William Scroggins 2758. I'm sorry that happened to you. Keep your head up, Coach. And the Rize podcast, the truth. Yeah. It's
thank you.
It's
Squeeze is a good guy.
Just the what God had his story written for me. Everybody got a story. And I don't feel deprived or anything, because they taught me to be stern and respect others and respect people who respect me. And if they can't respect you, you don't deal with them. You just stay away from the foolishness, move in a righteous manner. Be strong when you have to be.
That's right.
You know,
Absolutely, Squeeze.
not all the time.
Absolutely, Squeeze.
You
Absolutely.
know, so but I miss them. You know, I'm human. I miss them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I miss them. I would love. I'm gonna tell you now, if they were living, I'd probably be over their house doing the podcast, and they'd be in the background. Boy, you making too much damn noise. I can hear my father now. You better quiet that noise, boy.
It's fun to reminisce, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes,
Two people
indeed.
that had nobody in the world can match the love that they had for me. Nobody will be able to duplicate that.
They're not supposed to.
Yeah.
They brought you into this world. Yep, you'll never find that type again. That's why I tell my kids you only got one mother and one father. You know, you got to respect. You know, it says that in the word. You know, honor your mother and your father so your days of your life, you'll live longer. So, and you must have done that.
My mother used to always like to hear me sing, Father, help your children. Don't let them fall by the side of the road. Teach them to love one another, so heaven might find a place in their hearts, 'cause Jesus is love. He won't let you down, and I know he's love forever. Yeah.
I like that Lionel Richie.
Yeah. My mother used to always love to hear that song and me belt that song in the house. And that just give me fond memories of her, because she used to love her music. And you know, I always like to make her laugh and do what she wanted me to do for if she asked me anything. And I say, Mom, you need anything? And she'll say, no, I know you tired. Go at home. And I was like, it don't make no difference if I'm tired, man. Just tell me what you need. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's just what it was. When it came to my mother, I spoiled her. You know? I spoiled her. That's why I don't know why these parents, these kids don't love their mother and their fathers like they should. And respect them. Because we ain't gonna have them for long. You know,
when we gone, that's a hurt that they'll never be able to, they're not gonna know what to do with it. You know, when we are gone as parents, that's a hurt that them children are not going to know how to deal with.
Tabu Apokabutu say it was 6 of us. I got all brothers. It was 6 of us, 2 girls, 4 boys, and one of my sisters gone home to glory. And there's 5 of us left. 1 girl, 4 boys. Yeah.
I had one biological sister who, I'm not in contact with her because, I was adopted. And I had 2 biological brothers who I never got a chance to meet. They died as babies. But I do have, I have one adopted brother and one adopted sister, and my other adopted brother
That's
passed
living,
away.
Miss Lloyd.
Huh?
That's still around.
Yeah, my adopted family. Yeah, I have one. He's serving time. He's been in there for 24 years. They gave him all. North Carolina's crazy. North Carolina will put you behind bars just for something that he did. If he would have, you would have thought that man murdered somebody. I had a gun and was shooting up the place. It was just something simple. They gave him 39 years. They gave him 39 years, but we paying, I send my mother money to help different lawyers look into his case. But I have him. Our other brother was killed. My other adopted brother was killed in a car accident going to Daytona Beach, Florida for the bike rally. And then I got a sister, and I got nieces and nephews on my adopted family side. My adopted mother's still living. My adopted grandmother's still living. She's in her 90s and looks like she's in her 60s.
Yeah,
They say black don't crack, and that's the truth. Because my mama looks good.
Yeah.
My mama and my grandma.
Yeah, definitely sorry.
I got a white side of my family, which is my biological family, and my black side of my family that adopted me. And I tell you, you never judge a book by its cover. Never judge a book by its cover. I'm very thankful that I still have, my siblings. They're my real siblings. They might not be might not be related by blood, but we are by love.
Max, Reno too heavy. Yo, I need my guy, my brother from another mother to put his foot in everybody's mouth. Yeah, he talking about Tank.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody, they miss him. They miss Tank.
Everybody misses him. And he's such a likable person. He's such a humble person. This man, I don't know how to explain it. He's just that guy. People don't see that side of him. They only see and want to concentrate on negative things. I'm not going to even bring that negative things into the picture, but because there's too many good things that he's done.
Yeah.
There's too many good things. He fed the homeless. He feeds the homeless every year. Him and the Upton crew, they feed the homeless. They clothe them. They get the kids book bags. Thanksgiving and Christmas stuff. I mean, pays for people's funerals that he don't even know.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just a few things. People don't know all the good things. But I know him. And that's why I love him so much. You know what I mean? And if I would have known, if I know some of these other fighters, if I knew some of the things that they're doing, I would praise them too. It's just I just happen to know what he's doing,
Yeah. But that's when we was talking about early, that's the biggest fight for 2026 for me. I'm in agreement with the Shakur and Tank.
Yeah.
That would be the biggest
fight.
That
would be the biggest, yeah.
I
think it would draw the most money.
Yeah, in 2026. That's biggest fight in
Right.
to be made in boxing right now.
Agreed. Agreed.
Yeah,
Agreed.
it gotta be Shakur and Tank. In
Mm-hmm.
Vegas, that could be at the Allegiant Stadium.
Where's that at?
I do that at you. Went over your head, Miss Lloyd.
Yeah.
In Vegas,
Oh, dag. I'm thinking around in
the
Baltimore.
Raiders football team stadium. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, Allegiant Stadium.
Okay, okay. I was thinking the arena down here because they changed the name of it
Nah,
in
it wouldn't be able
Baltimore.
to hold. It wouldn't be able
They
to.
wouldn't be able to hold half the people. There would be a riot outside them trying to get in, just like it was at the Barclays Center.
Yeah, it's
Everybody tried to rush the Barclays Center.
no. Yeah, they can't. That thing would have to be in Allegiant Stadium or T-Mobile Stadium, but
Mm-hmm.
Allegiant is double the size of T-Mobile Arena. Allegiant Stadium is humongous.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow, wow.
yeah. So that would be where that fight would have to take place, and it wouldn't be an empty seat in the house. I would have Tank and Shakur, the main event.
Oh, of course.
My co-main event would be uh um the Charlo brother
Or
and
David Benavidez.
Earl Spence.
Oh, okay.
And then my co-main event, I would have the Mexican Monster moving up in weight, fighting one of the heavyweights, moving up another weight to have him. Then before that fight, before the last first fight of the pay-per-view card would be Abdullah Mason and Floyd Schofield. And then I would have Damari on that card,
Yep.
Nia Killer B on that card, Time Machine on that card, O-Dug on that card. There would be my undercard, and they would have that major exposure of being in a Coliseum that big.
Yeah.
That would be my card if I was.
Oh, wow. We're going to have to get you a promoter's license because that's a good ass card you just named.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I gotta put the home team on there so they could get exposure, fly out. Go to media day with they could get the whole pampered feeling of what it takes to be a star. You should see at the live weigh-ins and the press conferences. You can't even get close to Tank. They fighting like they crumbs on the ground. And that's what them niggas jealous of. They want to know what make Tank tick. They want to know.
Tank ain't gonna tell him what it ticks. He gonna show him where they hit.
What makes Tank tick? When he steps out, they don't know how to read him. Yeah.
Right.
Thanks everybody for the love in the chat too.
Absolutely.
It's all good, man. Ain't nothing but a part of life. Yeah. Ain't nothing but a part of life. But one thing I can say, I enjoyed both of them while they was here. Loss is inevitable. It's going to happen to everybody. But that's a part of. That's why I love like I do. I like who I like. Okay, Max Reno 2, have we say, why not Bouts in Charlo? That would be good. That's good. Max
Yeah.
Reno too heavy. Shakur can be beat. You have to dog walk him. And Tank will do just that. Take the risk to get him the fuck out of there.
I love it.
Had the E415. How you doing, Queen? She said,
Hey,
how you doing,
Heather.
Miss Lloyd? She checking in.
Hey, baby.
Daryl Hopkins saying long week. Glad you made it. Yeah, it's been a long week. God bless you, man. You made it. You know, you made it. Out of everything I go through, and I can't go through nothing if I don't make it. Yeah, my going throughs don't mean nothing if I'm not here to go through. Yeah. So it's just I'm glad to see Miss Louie on here. I feel a vibe tonight that she in a way better mood than she was the other day. So I'm happy about that. That kind of
Yeah,
lift my spirits
I am.
up.
I definitely
Too.
am.
I could feel your aura. Today is way better than your aura. I hate to see you like that.
Yeah.
And I don't want you letting that evil sop into your pores. You gotta
Yeah.
let these people be the monsters that they are and
Right.
live in
Right.
it themselves.
Right.
Let them
Right.
live
Right.
in it themselves.
And see
You
what I
know,
did.
don't
I
let
let.
it bounce off on you. You don't. When people try to down me and belittle me, I say, okay, that's how you feel. I can't stop you by how you feel about me. You gonna feel how you feel, but nevertheless,
But when you belittle and humiliate me, I don't care about that. But when you defame my character and you slander my name, that's when I'm gonna jump out there. You see? So I went from grief to anger, and I mean intense anger, guys. I mean intense. If you ever experience grief, they come in stages. And mind you, I cried every single day for almost 8 years. And then it's almost like a blessing that's happened because I was tired of crying. I'm tired. I was tired. I wanted to move on with my life. I was moving on in the public side, but behind the scenes, I was at home crying every single night. When the kids get to bed and they get silent, and I don't have nothing to do, I'm breaking down. So I went from that, from because of her evil ass. I went from that to severe anger, where I scared myself. I was that angry, and then now I'm at peace.
yeah, you gotta
I'm
give it the you gotta give it to God.
that's what I did, and that's
Yeah,
what I said. I'm at peace.
you have to. It, you're right. People will attack your character. They will try to defame your character.
I think
But
that's defamation when you
you
say
gotta
that.
pray for some people, and then you remove yourself, set the record straight, and you keep it moving because life is too short. We never know when it's our last breath we gonna take. Um, so I'm worrying about the breaths that God given me and just trying to stay in a positive light as much as I can.
Right, right,
You know,
right.
and
Well,
that's
God
just
bless you. God bless you, Squeeze.
yeah,
Cause you're a great person to talk to. Let me tell you, you and Senior and Sharon. Oh yeah, all
but
y'all were like
you got
everybody was calling me and trying to. They were really everybody was genuinely worried. I was worried about my
yeah,
own self.
but like I say,
I thank God for
you
y'all.
you gotta look at somebody like me, homeless out there living in vacant houses,
Mm,
hungry. Um, drugs was my food.
Ooh.
And if I could call on Christ and he removed that from me, he can remove it from you too. He'll give you the tools.
He did.
To be able to, the recipe, to be, only he knows the answers. If you look from anybody else, I'm going to be the first one to tell you, you're going to lose every time. You'll never be able to get nowhere and accomplish nothing if you don't accept Christ. If you don't let God in and let him move you the way he see that you need to be moved, and you want to move the way you move and how you want to move, you'll never have a solution. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I apologize. But that's what it is.
That's not bad news. I mean, that's reality.
That's what it is.
It's reality.
If you don't do it God's way, it ain't nothing's gonna manifest for you. How you think I'm 56 years old? I surrendered using drugs. I was, how old was I? 26 years old. 26 years old when I went into the program. God willing, I'll be 57 this year through the grace of God.
When's your birthday, Squeeze?
July 5th.
I'm July 28th.
Yup. So just imagine all those years God kept me.
Wow.
And he still got me sharing this testimony just like it. I remember it like yesterday. That's how awesome he is. He keeps you grounded. Nothing in this world is worth more than Christ.
Right.
Because he delivered me into it, and he gonna come for me to get me out of it. From him I come, and from him I definitely want to go back.
I know that's right.
So, you gotta give it to him. You gotta give it to him. Everything I do, I just give it to him. I said, God, I can't do this. Please guide me. Yeah.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah. So, on that note, Miss Lloyd, we're going to shut this down. It's been a powerful. Good to see you, Heather E. and Daryl Hopkins and all of y'all in the chat.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. I can't see who's in the chat right now because I don't know how to pull it up on this phone. And my grandson took my laptop. They went over their godparents.
Tyler Perry was homeless.
Yes, he was.
Living out of his car. It's a lot of success stories.
So was Steve Harvey.
Food Truck 319 say, I'm July the 2nd. He's 702. I'm the 5th.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm glad I got that meet, had to eat too. Yeah.
You got to meet her?
Yeah, I ain't no senior. Ain't told me who she was. I could barely see a picture on here. But when she looked at me, she say, had to eat her. She said something. And I was like, I'm sorry, you was walking with me and I ain't even know who you was. It was hilarious. I said, that damn senior. And they came to the meet and greet we had the next day. It was nice. Next fight they have at the Barclays Center or something, we gonna have to go, Miss Lloyd.
Oh yeah, I never miss a New York fight.
Yeah, we gonna have to hook
right
up
down the street.
Yeah, we gonna have to hook up and catch that fight.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Only thing I don't do is spend the night in New York.
Yeah.
I'll drive to Philly.
We stayed in Jersey.
Or I stay in Jersey, yep.
Right across the bridge. We stayed right across downtown into Jersey. We was 35 minutes out of Jersey. Wasn't no more than about 30 minutes away from Jersey.
Yeah. Then the hotels and stuff be so expensive. Even though, I mean, But I'm not paying that much.
We had a little cheap Airbnb, you know, and
Oh, okay.
yeah, it wasn't pricey, but
Okay.
somebody rented out their little apartment. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, they
Okay.
rented their apartment out. Yeah, nice little size apartment. Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I'm gonna jump on here and watch the rest of this fight.
Well,
Um,
all right, closing arguments then.
I just want to thank the chat. Even though I couldn't see who's in, thank you for showing up. Thank you for the prayers, and thank you for tuning in every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. And just keep Squeeze and I and the whole Rize family, Coach Calvin, Coach Kenny, Senior, the all the fighters all over the world. Keep them all in your prayers. They put their life on the line for us, just for our entertainment, and of course that's their job. But they put their life on the line. So pray for them too. Every time they go in the ring, whoever it is. And that's all I got to say. Love y'all.
And my closing arguments, boxing moving right along. Me and Miss Lloyd agreed on the fight to see in 2026 is Shakur and Tank. And Shakur is one of the most active fighters right now, up to date so far. And thanks everybody for coming in the chat. We love you guys. You already know who it is. It's your boy, All Access, Miss Lloyd Reed, Coach Calvin, Coach Kenny, Mr. Will. Keep it greasy, it'll comb easy. And yours truly, Coach Squeeze, aka the Smoothie King. Right back at y'all with another one, and peace.
Some say you forgive, but don't forget it. Now you know how we do. Lock that back door, don't let no one through. I told Nietzsche in these streets ain't no rules. He say, cause all this life we ain't over this. Yeah. And I understand that this shit wasn't easy, but nigga, we did it. Yeah, yeah. And all them hoes and all them niggas that wasn't fucking with us, then we them niggas. And now we rich now, we got money, I don't give a shit, no. And we did it. Young nigga come up for nothing, now he getting to them riches. And it's the life of a young, rich nigga.